Good afternoon, class. Welcome to a little overview that I wanted to give you on searching for references and writing papers. First, I am attaching a paper that I just submitted this week for peer review. I first want to point out the majority of papers are rejected, so 100% you cannot share this paper with anybody or post it on the internet. Otherwise, you would get me in trouble. So although it is my own work, it's not like I'm sending you somebody else's paper. I, cannot publish it if it's already been published somewhere. So you can't post it online, for example, or Facebook or social media. I just want to give you an idea of how a paper might look like, at first. And a couple things to note. One is of course, there are a good many references and they're properly cited, but also I want you to note the structure, like how it is formatted and outlined. I think of writing a paper as building a house. Like first you need a good outline, a good foundation. And once you have that built, you can create a logical flow. The paper does get a little long-winded at the end and a little messier. And that's also very typical, because you look at the first part a bit more. And I was meeting a deadline. So I didn't quite get to finesse the end like I wanted to. But so is life. But anyway, now I want to talk a little bit about searching for references. So the second attachment that I sent you is a document that will show you and give you some links to some references you can use to search for research articles. So here is how I would go about doing that. Let's maximize this. Okay, so first, one option for you is going to the Auraria library. The benefit of the Auraria library is that it might give you access to more journals based on your access away from the computer. So you can go to my account, of course, our university, your login information. Okay, then go back. And you can search for anything. So here's one search that I'm going to do: testosterone and estrogen. And you can further limit this and modify the search so you're only looking for journals, for example, which is one that I might do. Right, and there you can see some select journals related to the content. So I'm going to be honest, I don't use the Auraria library often. I use two different, search engines for my personal journal searches: PubMed and Google Scholar. One way of expanding your access there is to create what's known as a VPN. I don't think you can see this because I'm only sharing. Let me stop share here and share my entire desktop with you. Maybe you can see the entire thing. So, I would have a VPN set up so I can automatically connect to either the Anschutz campus or the Auraria campus. And I tend to use the Anschutz campus because it obviously gives me better references, especially in the biomedical side. I'm not going to completely connect here because it requires duo authentication and will take a little bit of time and is somewhat unnecessary for this exercise. But first, I want to show you what the benefits are of PubMed and Google Scholar. And you can see what it looks like without the VPN access, which you might lack. Although I think you can obtain if you search for VPN access across CU Denver. But here is the same search results from testosterone and estrogen. One thing that I really like here is you can see how the trend of a particular topic has changed over the years. Sex differences in addiction and the influence of hormones are becoming very common. And the typical sort here is the most recently published. So you can see basically all journals that have happened come out recently. I also get automatic PubMed links into my computer daily. You can set this up by creating a PubMed or NCBI is what it's actually called account. And there you would log in and then create the account, and then you can create it so you have automated journal searches sent to your computer every day. So, I mean, if you're really interested in cannabinoids and always want to know everything that's coming out on cannabinoids every day, you can set up that link, and it's really one of the only ways I think that anyone can keep up with the literature these days. My other favorite is Google Scholar, and I use Google Scholar a lot. So, here, you can do the same search. And one beautiful thing that I like about Google Scholar is that it automatically sorts the links based on what's getting the most hits, very similar to Google. So you can really see sort of like what's in vogue. So, I mean, here's one that I might be particularly interested in. This one by Jill Becker and Elena Shartoff, the former of Michigan, the other, I believe, at Harvard. But anyway, the sex differences is, becoming a key concept in addiction and neurobiology. And, I think is relevant for every class that I teach. So, that's just one relevant example. Anyway, so that is how I would use Google Scholar. I tend to especially use Google Scholar on a topic that I'm sort of new to, so I can just automatically see what's in vogue first. And then I might use PubMed to see what's happened most recently, targeting specific authors and journals and these sorts of things, which I might modify with my search. And you can still see that even without being in the VPN, I have a lot of access to many of these journals already. And you can also, on PubMed, if you go there, you can automatically filter your search so that you're only having articles that you have the free full text to. Free article is, just one example there. So those are my tips on performing journal searches, and I hope you find all of this somewhat helpful in performing your research, not only for this class, but others in the future. And, again, don't share the link article that I'm sending you. I just wanted to show you what one looks like in the rough overview. Assuming the reviews aren't too harsh. I mean, again, many of these things are rejected at first. I might share those with you and then help you show you how I'm working through the revision process too, which I think, will provide some insight into what it's really like to publish in the academic realm. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Cheers, enjoy the Super Bowl. And I hope you enjoyed the Nuggets game last night. They blew it in the second half, but, they still are fun to watch. They just cannot seem to protect the lane. They can't protect the rim from someone like LeBron or AD that can just charge and run them over. So that's going to be an issue. But anyway, have a good weekend.